Hi guys, welcome back. So today marks exactly 2 months into Ultimatum League, and I'm here to give you a meta report on the current ranking and standings. Along the video, I will showcase a short clip or gameplay of each class and builds. However, if you would like to see more of them, the links are below in the description and I don't take credit for them. Before I start, I would like to address some things first. So firstly, I would like to apologize for my previous top 5 video once again. There was lots of construction and noises going on during those few days and I didn't want to delay the video. So I will try my best to showcase a better version today, and moving forward, I will try to standardize all the meta reports. And also thank you for all the feedbacks and comments previously. I have taken those into consideration for this video. Secondly, I want to emphasize that this video is purely made out of statistics I took from POE Ninja. And thirdly, I will be removing the top DPS class and skills section because it is actually not really realistic, and so I will just be focusing on class and builds popularity. Lastly, I will rank the builds again based on map clear and bossing capability, and this is strictly based on the low budget to medium budget stats. So I will not be mentioning a high budget stat because we all know high budget, like probably around the cost of 200 exalts to a mirror, can make any builds insane. And there will be no survivability ranking this time because survivability really depends on the different variations of different builds. Like example, one build can have many defensive layers while another could be a glass cannon build. Okay, so this will be the contents for the video. I will showcase the top 5 most played class, followed by the top 5 most played skill, and I would also like to mention the bottom 5 least played class. And lastly, I will end off with my own opinions and conclusion on the current state of meta. Okay, so the top 5 most played class. First on the list we have the Elementalist. The Elementalist has gained a lot of popularity this league. And second is the Ascendant. Third, the Necromancer. Fourth, the Raider. Fifth, the Hierophant. Okay, so you can see the current numbers on the right. I have shown the statistics as well as the previous statistics as well, 1 month into Ultimatum League, so you can compare and see the difference. So to summarize, Assassin has actually been replaced by Raider. The Assassin is actually at rank number 6 now. Raider has gained slightly more popularity, and the Elementalist has dropped in popularity by just a little bit. And also the Hierophant has increased in popularity also by a little bit. Okay, so the top 3 most played skills with Elementalist. First on the list, we have Burning Arrow. So Burning Arrow is extremely popular this week due to its very good map clear speed, and it also actually has a very insane single target because of Burning Arrow's debuff. Not only that, the changes in 3.13 where Elementalists get to automatically resummon the golems is a huge buff because you do not need to keep resummoning your golems, and your golems will constantly provide you with their additional buff effects. And this makes Burning Arrow extremely popular this league. Okay, next up we have the Carrion Golem. Carrion Golem is actually very popular also as well throughout different leagues, and it has also regained back its popularity this league. It was not so popular from the start, but yeah, now it has actually a few of the top placings. So Carrion Golem by nature actually do not have very insane map clear speed, but it is one of the few that is very strong against bosses. Like if you are looking for a build that can kill the boss easily, Carrion Golem is one of them. Okay, third we have the Flame War Spell Slinger. I do not have much knowledge on the Flame War Spell Slinger build, but based on the video clips that I've seen and I've shown, I think that the Flame War Spell Slinger actually has quite a decent map clear speed, as well as it can handle bosses quite easily. It may not be the fastest build out there to have a very insane map clear and boss clear, but it is good enough to be one of the top few. Okay, for the Ascendant, the top 3 most played skills. First on the list, we have the Cyclone cast on crit either icespear or ice nova, but it seems that icespear is the more popular one. The icespear cast on crit cyclone has actually very insane DPS over here, like especially towards bossing. It does not have as fast and powerful clear as the ice nova, but in return this is more towards bossing because the icespear has the slight shotgun mechanic. So like I've mentioned, the ice nova actually provides a better map clear speed, just because solely due to its range and the larger area of effect from ice nova. But the trade-off is the ice nova has lesser DPS against bossing because it doesn't have any shotgun mechanics or whatsoever. And yeah, this is the trade-off between ice nova and icespear. So if you are looking for more map clear, you go for ice nova, and if you are looking for more single target DPS, you go for icespear. Okay, second on the list, we have Spark. So most of the Spark builds are actually Aurastacker, where they focus more on party plays, probably with their friends or public parties. And as you can see from the video clip, Spark actually has quite a decent clear speed, but I would not say it's the best because of how slow Spark travels. As for bossing wise, Spark is really not the best, and it is actually quite highly dependent on the map layouts for bossing. So third, we have the Exsanguinate. Exsanguinate is new to 3.14 and he has actually taken a liking towards the players' interest this league. So Exsanguinate actually has a very good clear speed, just because it can actually sort of like chain to another monster. And for the bossing, it actually does pretty well as well due to the skill mechanics. It actually has a debuff for damage over time, and you can just hit and kite around the boss, so let the damage over time do the job. Next up, the Necromancer. The top 3 most played skills with them. First on the list, we have the Raise Spectre. Raise Spectre is very popular this league, and most of the players are running the Syndicate Operatives. So the Syndicate Operatives provide a very fast map clear speed. As you can see from the video, even those monsters that are not on screen are also dead. The Syndicate Operatives also has a very high bossing damage because the minions can concentrate their attacks on a single target. The second most played skill for Necromancer is the Carrion Golem. Carrion Golem generally has been a very popular build for many leagues, and it is no exception this league as well. Carrion Golem is really not the best mapper out there. It is decent and fast enough, but it does not have those insane clear speeds like cast on crit ice nova. However, it does offer a different variation where it has a very high single target DPS and it is very safe to boss as well because you're just letting the minions do the job. Third, we have the Summon Skeletons. Summon Skeletons is actually very interesting. It doesn't have the best clear speed like Carrion Golem. I would say it's actually slightly less effective than Carrion Golem because Carrion Golem has the Cascade attack which actually deals a little bit of AoE damage. However, they are both the same. They excel very strongly in single target damage. So yeah, this is very good for bossing. You can just leave the skeletons to hit the boss while you walk around and dodge all the boss mechanics. Next up, for the Raider, the top 3 most played skills with Raider. First on the list, we have the Elemental Hit. The Elemental Hit has been popular for several leagues already and it is still popular now. So as you can see from the video clip, the build clears very fast and very efficiently. And also on top of that, it has very powerful single target damage if you were to pair it up with the barrage support. So yeah, they mainly took Raider for Elemental Hit, also more because of the elemental exposure and the high dodge or evade chance, as well as the permanent onslaught effect. Okay, second on the list for Raider, we have the Bladeblast bladefall. The Bladeblast bladefall is very common as a league starter, and it is also very common that people transit from a low budget to a medium budget because it is just very easy to scale when you get more currency. So the Bladeblast bladefall actually has a very decent map clear. As you can see from the video clip, you just one tap your bladefall and then one tap your Bladeblast and everything just dies. So it also has a very powerful single target damage towards bosses because you can just spam all your bladefall in one position or one spot and then activate Bladeblast and all the blades on the floor will just detonate for a massive chunk of damage. So you can see from this clip how Deodore dies so fast as she just spams all the blades and detonate them. Third on the list for Raider, we have the Toxic Rain. So Toxic Rain has received a nerf in 3.14. It has decreased in damage, and actually that doesn't stop players from playing this build. So with the changes, now Toxic Rain I would say is scaled more towards mapping, and for single target damage it definitely has dropped quite significantly. You will require a bit more currency than usual to dish out the damage. Okay, next up we have the top 3 most played skills with Hierophant. First on the list we have Ball Lightning. So Ball Lightning has also been popular for the past few leagues and it is still popular now. As you can see from the video clip, it actually has quite a decent clear speed as it expands exponentially. And I will only rate this A to S tier for map clear speed because of how slowly the Ball Lightning travels. However, for bossing damage, this build has exceptionally high insane DPS. I don't really understand like the mechanics of Ball Lightning, but what I do know is it has very high single target DPS. Okay, second on the list for Hierophant, we have the Stormbrand. So here's a showcase of Stormbrand. Stormbrand has actually been popular ever since all the brand skills has been released. And Stormbrand is quite decent in mapping because it sort of like has the arc effect as well, and you can lay down multiple brands to damage the pack of monsters. So for the bossing damage, Stormbrand is actually quite decently well also. So I would say the Stormbrand is a well-versed all-rounder build. Third on the list for Hierophant, we have the Freezing Pulse. So this version of the Freezing Pulse utilizes the totem Ascendancy from Hierophant, and it has quite a decent map clearing speed. As you can see from the video clip, you just lay down your totem and walk, ensuring that all the mobs would die before you even reach the next screen. So the range is very big and this gives a very powerful map clear. Well, it is not the fastest and it is not the slowest as well, but it is decent enough. So in terms of bossing actually this build is pretty nice and pretty awesome because you can just lay down your multiple totems and let the totems do the job in dealing the damage. So you can see he'll just lay down all his totems and when Phoenix comes, it just melts it. Okay, next up we have the top 5 most played skill. So first on the list we have Cyclone. Cyclone being generally used as the primary skill. It can be any sort of Cyclone, can be cast on crit, can be the fire conversion, or it can even be the physical damage one where it utilizes Impale. So second, we have Ice Nova. This one, most of the players are using the cast on crit Cyclone. Third, we have the Ray Spectre. As I mentioned, Ray Spectre is very popular this league. Syndicate operatives are just clearing so easily. Fourth, we have the Ball Lightning. I've just showcased previously how Ball Lightning is very effective and Ball Lightning single target damage is very powerful. So 5, we have the Summon Carrion Golem. I think generally this is more of a lazy build for people that doesn't want so much clicking and stuff. You just walk around and let your minions do the job. Okay, so statistic wise, the current report, you can see that Cyclone is dominating more than double of what the other skills are having. And based on the previous report, we can see that Bladeblast has actually fallen down the list. So the skill that has actually came up is actually summon Carrion golem. So to summarize, Bladeblast Bladefall has moved down to the list to the number 7. And Ice Nova Cast on Crit is still as popular because mainly of Ultimatum challenge. And Race Spectre has gained more popularity, like I mentioned. For the summon Carrion golem, I really do not know why it has suddenly gained popularity. I mean, it was actually previously at around 3 to 4%. And yeah, it just suddenly became popular. I've broken down the top 5 classes played by the various skills. So you can see for Cyclone, the top class is the Assassin and Inquisitor. This is generally the cast on crit Ice Nova. And number 2 for Ice Nova, you can also see the Assassin and Inquisitor. This is definitely the Cyclone cast on crit Ice Nova as well. So just by seeing number 1 and number 2, you can understand how popular cast on crit Ice Nova is this league. And third, Race Spectre, this one definitely no questions asked. Necromancer Elementalist is the best fit if you would like to play a summoner build. Next, Ball Lightning, Hierophant is definitely dominating. They are just exploiting, or more like I should say, they are making use of the Arcane Surge and the mana utilization so that Archmage can dish out a lot more damage. So fifth, Summon Carrion Golem, also same. This one no questions asked. Necromancer Elementalist has the best skills if you would like to play a summoner build. Okay, so I would also like to specially mention the bottom 5 least played class. I think all this class needs to have a little bit more love. GGG, can you please probably buff them a little bit? They are really very sad. So 5th on the list we have Chieftain, 4th we have Saboteur, 3rd we have Juggernaut. So I've actually seen a few of the Juggernaut plays, like those accuracy stacking is quite cool, but not really a fan of it. Okay, 2nd we have Champion, and number 1 we have Trickster. So Trickster is more popular and Chieftain is the least popular. So statistic wise is also on the right. You can see Chieftain is less than 1% now, and compared to previously it was 1%. I mean, there are definitely more character creations and players playing, so Chieftain is not so popular. And yeah, to summarize, Guardian and Deadeye actually has received a little bit more love, and Trickster and Champion has gone into the less love group, and Juggernaut, Saboteur and Chieftain remains sad as usual. And okay, to end it off, this is my conclusion and my take, or rather my opinion on what is happening in the current state of meta. Burning Arrow has become extremely popular this league. From the videos you can see how well it clears, how fast it destroys the boss. And Cyclone Cast on Crit Icespear or Ice Nova variant has also become very popular this league. So I'm just having a big hunch feeling that this Cast on Crit Icespear Ice Nova thing will get nerfed in the upcoming league. So just play it while you can enjoy. And next, Exsanguinate is probably the only popular new thing that was introduced in this league. The others is not as popular. I think the other skill was Rip, is not as popular as Exsanguinate. And yeah, the meta has shifted big time ever since Blade Vortex died. Then again, almost every top builds I see in Virtual League is Blade Vortex. Like every class, the top DPS, it's just Blade Vortex. You see Assassin with Blade Vortex, you see even Occultist with Blade Vortex. So yeah, rip Blade Vortex once again. And it's really nice to see summoning builds back again, like it's popular, the Raise Spectre and Summon Carrion Golem. So is GG going to nerf the golems or auras again? I don't know. And lastly, the Cyclone will probably never die after concluding so much. It has stayed on for so many leagues, like even since the release of Cyclone until now, it is just too popular. It is very popular all around, even for newcomers, because it just scales well with so many classes and skills, and even meme builds can make wonders. Like if you have a new friend playing and then he comes and see, oh wow, Cyclone is so cool, and then plays it, he'll probably play Cyclone as a league start or even as a starter, because the feeling is just I do not know how to explain it, but the feeling is just very comfortable. So that is why whenever I have new friends playing POE or any of the beginners that come asking me what is best to play to league start or to kick off with this game, I'll just tell them Cyclone. Like anything is just Cyclone. It makes it very easy and simple to understand. Just spin to win, you know. Okay, that comes to the end of my meta report for Ultimatum League. This will be the last report because GGG has already announced that the next league will happen somewhere around in mid of July. It is always around this period that POE has lesser people playing, mainly because they have mostly finished the contents of what they would like to achieve, or probably even complete every single thing. So yeah, if there are any of the top builds that you would like to try or test out, please do it now. Otherwise, if it's nerfed in the next league, you will probably never be able to experience the same power as it was before. I mean, who knows, right? You saw even Blade Vortex got nerfed so badly that it totally died. Okay, so once again, thank you for watching. Do hit the like and subscribe button if you would like to see more contents or videos from me. Bye!